Hey guys, how's it going? Yes, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, and I'm black. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, and I'm black, and I'm back. And I'm back with another one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So guys, I am here to talk to you guys about sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you are the toxic person, and in being a toxic person, you fail to realize your own bullshit because you don't wanna look at yourself and realize that you are the problem. You are the problem. Yeah? You know, we're projecting ourselves onto other people, whether we're conscious of it or not. We do project ourselves onto other people, and that doesn't help us in the long run. We've always got a problem with other people, and that doesn't help us in the long run. So really, when you are sitting with yourself and you are going through your own thoughts and your own feelings and your own way of being, sometimes you have to ask yourself, hang on, you know what, sometimes maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's me. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm the toxic one in all of this. And be okay with being that. Not saying be okay with being toxic, but be okay with that, the fact that you're aware that you are toxic, and being aware that you are toxic, you can change that behavior. You see, when you're not aware that you're toxic, you go through life saying, me, not me, I wouldn't do that. I think you've got the wrong person. Sorry, you got the wrong number. No. Sometimes, you know, as much as you are love and light, you got some BS that is stinking up the whole place. And you need to look into that, you know, and it's not helping anybody. And so, you know, you will have people in your life, right? You will have people in your life that don't want to help you. So they see your BS. They see all of this, but they're not helping you become the better version of yourself. And the reason why they're not helping you become the better version of themselves, because they don't want to. They don't want to help you to become the better version of yourself. So they leave you in your mess. But then you'll have a few good people that come into your life, and they will show you who you are and definitely who you are not. And sometimes when they show you who you are, it might be that, you know, they're revealing parts of your shadow side, some of those inner workings, inner demons that you don't want to come out to play. You don't want them to come out to play, but they need to, because they too want a seat. They want light. Just send them to the light so they can be all right. You know, all of that holding on to things and that are old, you've got to let that go, because that doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve me, and it doesn't serve he, she, and the rest of them be. It don't serve nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times we are choosing to just stay in our funk because we've got used to the smell, and it doesn't bring us to a higher vibration. It doesn't help us to really say yes to ourselves. We have to learn to take accountability and be responsible, respond to our ability to know that sometimes we are the one who are all messed up. Now, for example, I see a lot of videos regarding, you know, narcissists, toxic relationships, he's just not that into you, and all these things. But some of the times I think, right, sometimes, yeah, with narcissists, you can't really tell that they're a narcissist, but we all have a bit of narcissism in us, you know? Some people are extreme and borderline sociopaths, psychopaths, stay away from them, you know what I'm saying? But we all have a little sprinkle of it, and if it's not tamed or, you know, looked at, or we don't have the awareness of it, it can also spiral out of spiral out of our control and become our own worst enemy. When we talk about toxic relationships, you can't be the only saint. You can't be the saint in a toxic relationship. There has to be part of you that's fueling that toxicity. There has to be part of you that wants that toxicity, or you don't even think that you deserve more than what you're getting, so you're staying in it. You know that you probably want this and want that, but you're staying in something that you know is bringing down your own energy, that is probably making you spiritually, emotionally, physically sick, all because what? Insert, whatever you want to insert. He's just not that into you. Now, when you know yourself and you love yourself, you can spot when your friend's not into you, when the man's not into you, when your family members are not into you, when your colleagues are not into you. But then you just say, I don't care. You have to have an attitude of like that. You don't care, because you can't go through life trying to please every and anybody, and you can't go through life expecting that all men will be into you, and fellas, you can't expect that all women will be into you. But once you realize, and once you have shown that these people are not into you, and they're not rating you, and they don't value you, it's now down to you to decide what you do. It's no longer their problem, because they've shown you the door. You don't want to walk through it. And on the reverse of that, when a man is showing you that he's into you, ladies, if you're not into the man, let the man go. And if you are into the man, stop playing with the man's emotions. Let's be real in life, because you know what? When we're choosing not to be real and we're just living a life that's, make believe and all of this stuff, it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us, and it doesn't get us to where we want to be. Me now, I believe that I was like, oh, I'm so nice. I'm, like peace and love and light. I realized I've got some ways about me that I didn't realize that needed a mirror. I needed to see and look at that and be like, okay, I'm like this. I'm a bit sarcastic. I'm a bit, this and a bit that. But at the same time as well, understand who you're taking counsel from. Because some people are going to tell you you're X, Y, and Z, yeah? And it's all projections. We're projecting. When you know yourself, nobody is going to come to you. They're not going to come to you and tell you. They're not going to tell you who you are, because you're going to know who you are, and you're going to like who you are first and foremost. You're going to like yourself, so you're going to give yourself the love, the nurturing you deserve. So when people do come into your life and they do want to sit with you and give you counsel, or you do want to reason with each other, you know where it's coming from. You know the very truth of how you feel, because it's like, okay, you'll get little sparks in your mind. The neurons in your mind will just pew, 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 because you know what? It makes sense. Listen to your navigation system of your body. It will guide you if you listen. You understand what I'm saying? We have to know ourselves before we know anybody else. Truly connect with ourselves and love on ourselves, enjoy ourselves. Because if we don't, really all we're saying to ourselves is that we don't want what life has to offer us. We want to listen to them, even me, but we don't want to hear ourselves. We've got to be willing to step into, if you are born to step into your leadership, step into your leadership. And we all have, and I'm talking about, it doesn't even have to be that you step into leadership because you want to lead other people. We have to learn to lead ourselves and lead with our heart, and open up your heart. If your heart's closed, if your heart's gone through some things, nurse it, take care of it, listen to it, because everything ultimately wants to be loved. And when you are staying in your funk and it's not me, all of that stuff, you need to cut it. And don't go around people to project your insecurities, your low vibrations onto people that are just living their life. And also on the flip side, if you know yourself, then don't go around people don't enable people to be who they are. Stop being martyrs for people's BS. Let's cut that out, because that, again, doesn't serve you. Doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve anybody. If you want greatness, if you want excellence, you've got to align yourself with it. And sometimes that looks like looking at your own shit and saying, yeah, that stinks. I need to sort that out. And it's okay, because we call this balance. You know, it's balance. And we've got to look at ourselves and go, I don't like that. I love that. Nah, that's me. Yo, I was like that. Don't be afraid to look at yourself and see you. Everything wants light. So even the darkness within you wants light. And when you're able to transmute that energy, to alchemize your energy and what you're going through, trust me, you're living life. Living my life like it's golden. Living life like it's golden. Yeah. Like it's golden. That's not even how the rhythm of the song goes. But right, you know, me no business. You know? So, yes. Stay divine. Stay excellent. Let love guide you. Peace.